Well, Dream Team, how the bloody hell are you, mate? Welcome to another review. Thanks so much for stopping by for another episode. The early bird gets the worm, as they say, and as the sun rises above us, we're off to our first spot, first free camp in South Australia, mate, and we are super excited, and we are off to an early start. I'd love to tell you this because we're eager and chomping at the bit to get into it, but fact is, our baby didn't want to sleep last night, so we're up at 4:30, and then we said, well, let's get this bloody show on the road. So we're going to take you in to Point Brown, or Brown's Point, one of the two. I mixed them up, but apparently there's a bit of soft sand getting in, a few corrugations on the road, so we're letting the tyres down, dropping the tyres down, and then we're going to cruise on in and show you guys what this spot's all about. So enjoy, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hope you guys enjoyed this spot, this episode, and we'll see you soon a bit later on to show you guys what we get up to. You. Well, legends, check this out for a bloody spot, mate. How bloody good is this? Right, look at that view. Doesn't get much better than that. Hey, and check this out, mate. I'm gonna put the drone up, but there is a pod of dolphins, like super close in here. That is epic as, and they're mingling with the surfers, they're jumping waves, and they're so friendly. They're literally amongst the surfers. So I reckon tomorrow morning or whenever, if you got out there early enough and you had a swim with them, they pretty much come up to you, and you can go diving with real life bloody dolphins, which is just so bloody epic. But this is gonna be a ripper spot. Anyway, we'll set up camp, and then we'll touch base a bit later and touch base and see what we get up to.
For better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore.
Welcome to Point Brown on South Australia's Eyre Peninsula. A hidden gem located on the west coast of the peninsula, Point Brown offers campers and caravanners an unforgettable free camping experience with its epic views. Point Brown is not too difficult to get to, so whether you're towing a camper trailer, a four-wheel drive or a two-wheel drive, you'll be able to reach this stunning location provided you pick your line and pick the appropriate site. If you are driving, you'll need to take a dirt road for a few kilometres, but the road and the journey is well worth it. Once you arrive at Point Brown, you'll be greeted by some of the most spectacular coastal views in South Australia. From the rocky cliffs to the turquoise waters below, the scenery here is truly breathtaking. You can explore the area on foot, take in the fresh sea air, swim around the rocks, and enjoy the natural beauty of this region. Whether you're travelling Australia on a lap, whether you just want to enjoy nature, this is definitely a place worth a visit.
Well, we have ventured into Smoky Bay. It's about a 20-minute drive from the campsite, mate, and we have ventured into Smoky Bay oysters, as you can see behind us. It's Australia Day, but they're open public holiday, and we have got a delicious Absolutely delicious feed of oysters. They pulled them off the boat this morning. A couple of ripper lads, mate, that literally opened the net, chucked him right in front of us. He doesn't get much fresher than that. You're enjoying them, mate. Look at that. What's that, your fourth or fifth in about 10 seconds? Here we go. That's yummy. I reckon the Sabo will do some Kilpatricks on the beach at the campsite. You bloody ripper, mate. Smoky Bay, gorgeous little town. It's a very quiet, sleepy town, fishing village, oysters, crayfish apparently here. And I said to the bloke, is there any good spots for spearfishing? And he said, yep, if you like to dive, because apparently the place is infested with great whites. So there's a little tip for you as well. In saying that, there were surfers out there this morning, so that doesn't rule me out of doing it, but we'll have a crack. Anyway, Smoky Bay, 20 minutes from camp, and you get yourselves oysters. More importantly, price-wise, mate, they were $10 for a dozen, unshucked, $12 shucked. Shucked is when they're just as the shell. We've got 3 dozen of them, and you've got to peel them open yourself. Otherwise, it's $12 and they do all the hard work for you. Then and there, made to order. Doesn't get much better than that. All right, we'll see you back at camp.
What a charming little town Smoky Bay is. We definitely recommend Smoky Bay oysters. The town has a little corner shop that does a mean burger, a caravan park, a jetty which apparently you can catch some good blue swimmer crabs and squid off, a beach that looks perfect for swimming, and they've got a great playground and jumping pillow in town. Well done, Smoky Bay. We'll be back.
All right, team, well, tell you what, the game of cat and mouse finally gets in my favour. I've come down to the beach just from the campground. Beautiful little beach, and I've tried my luck. South Australia is famous for its whiting, isn't it? So I've tried my luck with whiting. I've had the beach rod, no luck. Just didn't have enough feel in the rod to really strike and get them. But I've moved over to my little bloody my little rod. It gets the same amount of distance in my cast because it's got braid on it. This thing's seen all sorts of bloody territory, but hasn't let me down. I just bagged me first whiting for the day. You bloody little ripper. Don't think it's a King George whiting, but little sand whiting nonetheless. Well, not too little, about 30 centimetres thereabouts, and that'll be hopefully the start to our bloody seafood dinner. Let's go see if I can get a couple more, eh? And that, my friends, is a bloody another whiting to the tally, mate. These have to be one of the tastiest fish in the world, mate. I've had a heap of fish. I've had mackerel, I've had dewey, I've had bloody snapper, and they're all beautiful. But the old humble little whiting doesn't get much better than that. So for bait, guys, I'm using these little, they're like mussels, and there's like a little mussel inside it. Yeah, they call them cockles or something over here in South Australia, and then the old trusty squid. So I can't say any bait's working better than the other, except for the fact that squid stays on the line a little bit longer, so you don't have to change your bait as much. I've worked it out now. The first hour or so of fishing was pretty tough, but it's about getting out there a little bit just after the wave break, get it out behind it, and then hold your rod in the direction of the wind so you can really feel the bite, and that seems to be working pretty well for me now. team. Well, mate, we missed the sunset. I tell you what, the GoPro's down too, so I'm filming on this bloody Nikon camera that I've got. So I'm not sure how that's gonna bloody work out, but we missed the sunset. As we was telling you earlier at the start, we had a shocking night with the baby last night. And so we all decided to take a family nap. Well, it is now 9 o'clock at night, so we'll probably be up all night, but gee whiz, needed that nap. But we missed the sunset. We can just see a little bit of it as it goes down now. What is this? Browns Point free camping SA. It bloody doesn't get much better than this, mate, let me tell you. Anyway, we're gonna go to bed, or we're gonna hit the hay and chill out for the night. Try and get me GoPro working. But what a day, fishing. Bloody, we had Kilpatrick oysters as well. You missed that because we didn't have a GoPro. But what a beautiful day, and Browns Point, you beauty. See you in the morning. Well, team, we almost lost our car. I'm getting towed out by a bloody tow truck. Mate, we were done for. Didn't film any of it. It's been 5 hours. Honestly thought we were over. I'll tell you guys more about it in a minute once we're done, but now I'm getting towed backwards. Mistakes happen. Alright guys, well, as I said earlier, we almost lost our rig, and on the other side of Point Brown is this beach called Squeaky Beach. This pole behind me normally says, do not swim here, do not drive here. But sign is being taken down for whatever reason, and therefore I saw this ramp and said, well, must be able to drive on it. Turns out you can't, mate. It is super, super soft, and we got stuck right on the water's edge here behind us. 8 hours of recovery. The water essentially swallowed the back of the car, or the back tyre. Didn't touch anything underneath the car, luckily, but it was a very, very close call. I broke my winch trying to get out of it. An absolute bloody shambles, mate, and yeah, it's just absolutely no good. It was that panic and fright. We didn't even film anything because I was honestly resigned to the fact that we're about to lose the car. What gets us around the country, what allows us to do what we do, allows me to spend time with my daughter. I was gutted because, quite frankly, I'd given up hope. We tried for 8 hours. We done everything we possibly could, and it is just super, super ultra bloody soft. We ended up getting the local caravan park and mechanic in. He brought his truck out, positioned it here. We're about 100 metres down the beach there, mate. He got as much wire, snatch straps, made the biggest bloody rope possible, because anything on here is going to get swallowed up. And we was able to get me out just in the nick of time. Another 5 minutes, it would have been all over. But that sign also says no swimming. This beach is extremely dangerous. The reason I was here in the first place was to go swimming around that point spearfishing. Apparently the truck driver said, well, you would have been calling for help from someone today, and you're lucky it's me, because the current is known to take people out and essentially drown them, because you can't swim back against it. So I'm glad we got bogged in the end, because I would have been otherwise swimming around that point spearfishing. So you're coming to Point Brown, make sure whatever you do, don't drive your car in here, and definitely don't bloody swim here. It's a dangerous little spot on this side of the coast, and it seems to be the most windy as well. So anyway, thank God we got out all right. Well, team, after yesterday's dilemma, we have had an absolute, you can still see how sunburnt we are in the face, but after losing the car, almost losing the car I should say, we've had a really chilled out day, not doing much, mate. There's the van, there's the view. Sit here, it's been raining all day actually, which, to be honest, after yesterday's bloody scorcher, 46 degrees yesterday, after that, we were looking forward to a bit of doing nothing and chilling out and watching movies and doing absolutely nothing. So bloody beautiful afternoon, mate. We're going to be chilling out. You probably can't see it behind me because it's a little bit far away on the GoPro, but every morning and every afternoon, or throughout the day at different periods of time, mate, dolphins come. You can see them just over here, but dolphins come and mate, they just obviously hunt through these the shallow waters off this beach. I've got some amazing footage which you would have seen at the start of the video, and I'll put it here again of the dolphins interacting with the surfers, mate. That was really bloody cool. But Point Brown, or Brown's Point, still don't know what it's called, but it's a bloody ripper spot.